What is up, everybody? What is up? Patrick LaRouge here, and I want to talk to you about the fact that it's really confusing to know what to do right when you are in physical discomfort, mental overwhelm, or emotionally distressed in the aspects of how do I make these deep, big changes, right? So, if you guys don't know who I am, I'm very, very excited to have this. This is a cool topic. If you don't know who I am, my name is Patrick LaRouge. I own Evolve Restorative Therapy. I'm a life, health, and wellness consultant, and I get people to take action because when you are overwhelmed, when you are in distress, when you are in physical pain, you never really truly know what the right answer is because of all the craziness that's outside that dictates what's happening. And today I want to talk to you about how to actually make change and actually get change for the long term. Now, the fun part of this is I got this thought from watching my kids play with one of their toys, a Russian doll, right? This Russian doll, like if you don't know what a Russian doll is, it's a doll that has different dolls inside, but each doll that comes inside goes in smaller and smaller and smaller. The smaller layer actually is a different aspect of a doll, right? And so there's some different dolls that have different moods as they go down, and that is the human genome. That's everything. That's all of us, right? You have to start recognizing we are like a Russian doll. But when it comes down to change only happens at a specific layer of this Russian doll, of you. And the problem that I'm seeing most people have is that they never go deep enough. So, Russian doll, right? And all right, so let me give you some background because this is gonna get real deep real quick. So I'm gonna be doing this in different videos. So if you are very interested in this, just comment down below, I am interested. And what I'll do is, because I make a lot of videos, I'll tag you in the specific videos that this is, so you don't have to watch all my videos. But all my videos are pretty fun. I would love for you to play with me. So if you're interested, write comment and I'll tag you in it. So this is a Russian doll and it has different dolls inside, right? We are going to go through each video and go and touch about the Russian doll layers. So where people make their first mistake is they don't recognize everything internally dictates the next layer outside of us. So when a problem arises, when something we want to change arises us, and the world around us, because we are majority of this, the very first thing that I teach about inside my concierge is we have to understand we are being conditioned and we have to break that conditioning to react in a way that's going on. So let's take weight loss. You take this weight loss and we have to diet, we have to do what's healthy, this healthy lifestyle, and we try to change it. And we try to change it by going into our habits. So our first layer that we have to understand is our habits. And without you really truly understanding that your habits are being dictated and controlled by the internal layer, you'll never truly break a habit. You can overwrite a habit, but it's going to be willpower. You're going to have to really force. You're going to have to really do things in a high energy way, and you have to stay on it. And anything that's willpower based falls apart eventually. All it takes is your nervous system jacking up high enough and you lose it and you're like, oh, I can't take it. And you're going to do what comes to your old conditioning, what comes easiest, which is your old conditioning. So you have to remember in the first layer, it's all about breaking and understanding that you're going against your habits. We're ridiculously strong, right? Outside of that layer is all the things that we're supposed to be like, and there's different things that we have to do, but unless you understand who you are, you're never going to truly break through that habit. And that is our very first thought that I want you to really, really understand is in this whole series of making massive change and doing things, you have to make it past your habits. And in this habit, you have to understand who you are and where you are in order to do it. So back to weight loss. Let's change it up. Let's go to physical pain. When you're in physical pain or mental overwhelm or emotional distress, right? If you have any one of those which comes online, your nervous system is relatively high. If you bring your nervous system down, meditation, yoga, anything that's going to help you do that, you're more likely to now contend with being with this. So this is my tip to you now. You have this habit. You have to break into the habit. The only way you're going to know is if you know how to mess with it, how to go with it, how to rearrange it. You have to understand the habit in order for you to twist it, to open it, to get to the next thing. So how do you break a habit? Is you have to know the habits there, understand the habit, open it up, and realize it's being dictated by the next layer, right? Your next layer are the actions that you do. That is going to be our next video, the actions that we do. But until you can get to here, you're never truly going to never, ever break through here. You'll warp it, you'll rearrange it, you'll actually get like some results. But this is where the yo-yo dieting comes in, right? The yo-yo dieting comes in because you lose your mind a little bit. You lose your ish, right? And you're like, I can't take it anymore. This is too hard. Or I got to my limit. I got to where I was happy, and now I'm 10 pounds heavier. I was doing good. I don't know what happened. Because the actions that are conditioned well before the habit was conditioned took control, right? So you can be on the keto diet, you could be on anything, but it's going to be willpower. Take one bad event that happens, and you'll default by nature, because that's how the brain works, to the next based conditioned thing. And if you were 8 to deal with your emotional self, if you started drinking to deal with the sensations that's happening, you want to numb out, you pick up your phone to numb out, that's what you're going to do, and that's the action. Until you understand how to deal with the action, you're never going to truly be able to dismantle the habit, right? So we're going to talk about all about habits, actions on our next one, but it's all about you understanding that, one, you have to connect to the habit. You have to understand what is happening with this habit, how this habit works, and how you use this habit to get around. Because your brain is doing it in a specific way, your body's doing it in a specific way. Whatever you're trying to deal with is doing it in a specific way. You have to learn how to twist and open. You have to understand that habit, be with that habit, so you can dismantle it and get to the actions that feed the habit. Get to the actions that feed the habit, and that's how you're going to start making massive change without this flip-flop that happens. That is the key, guys. You start to take it down. And if we're talking about massive change, you're going to have to go down a couple more layers to make massive change. That's where the Live Pain-Free process goes in. It gets you connected in your mind, connected in your body, puts you here, and then puts you right in front of the thing that you need to be in. And that's where you start to do the hard work. That's where you start doing the work in long term, and things start to change in your life rapidly and quickly. That is the key. But until you understand there's a habit and there's an action, you'll never be able to change the things that you want to do. Note to self, there's way more layers to you than you're giving yourself credit for. You have to start looking there. Level up. You got to start looking at your layers and looking at you as more than an individual that's a dad, for instance, me, a black male, a therapist, a caregiver. There's more to you than that. There's more to this. There's different things that I have to get you to understand and see, and that's where the changes come in. Once you start seeing yourself as an individual that has way more layers than the couple that you've now been playing with. So if you're interested, because this is going to go deep. I'm going to have some fun with this because my kids put me onto something dope in this way of showing you how to make massive change. All right? So until the next one, peace.